The Capra has been built. Now we just need to go over which electronics we're gonna run in this RC. How's it going, guys? Colin here with Trax RC, and today we have a video to tell you guys about some of the build updates that we have for this RC, some of the problems we faced, and some of the solutions that we made to fix those problems. Then we're gonna go over some of the electronics we're running and also the tires that we're running. So let's get into this video. So the first thing that we want to go over with you guys is the manual. This is a very highly detailed manual. However, there were a couple of problems in this manual, so we're going to tell you guys about those right now. The first problem in this manual had to do with page 12, and this page was very confusing because this is with the rear portal assembly, and it kind of shows you everything that's going on, but if you're not paying attention and kind of just building along, you might miss a spot where to put a bearing. There is a hole in the portal axles that will fit a bearing perfectly. However, you do not put a bearing there. We ran into this problem when we tried to put a bearing there, and then we ran out of bearings for the rest of the spots for it. So we had to go back and download the online digital manual that has all the fixes in it, and that really clarified everything for us, and we were able to put the bearing in the right spot. Another thing to note that on page 22, when you're installing the dig, this part right here, SPM SX107, is not included with the kit. It is actually included with the micro servo, the Spectrum micro servo, that is not included with the package that you will need to buy in order to use the dig function on this RC. So just one more quick thing to note in this manual. If you're building along and you notice that the screws that it tells you to have are not the same length as the screws it shows in the manual, that is because they are not shown to size, so you will have to get a ruler and measure them out. It does slow down the process of building the kit a little bit, but it's really not that big of a deal. So we do have the Capra all built up right here, and this is actually the first kit that we've ever built, and for a first kit, this took us about 5 hours to build, so that's not terrible. If you're more experienced of a builder, it'll take you definitely less than 5 hours, but if it's a beginner's kit and you know a little bit about RC, it should not take you that long. It's super simple, and it's a super fascinating build. So if you've been looking at our Capra, you have realized that we have not put the interior in, and we have also not put the tires and wheels together yet. So we're going to go over some of the details on this build, and we're going to start off with the front and then go all the way to the rear. So in the front, we do have a licensed Curry portal axle. These axles were super easy to put together, and they also do have universal drive shafts right there. And also, you see the stainless steel links up here with steel pivot balls, so that's super nice. Up front, we also do have an axle mounted servo, a nice grill with LED light buckets. No, the LED lights are not included in the package. And then we have the shocks right here. These are a very nice aluminum shock. We actually did not decide to run the stock 35 weight shock oil that comes with it. We decided to run 50 weight shock oil, and it seems to be performing really good. We just have it on the bench and flexing it around and stuff like that. Moving on, we have the HD Wildboard drive shafts, and these are very solid drive shafts. They're on most of the SCX10 models. And then we have more stainless steel links. We have a flat skid plate, and then you also have the roll cage with boat sides right here. So that makes for a very smooth bottom of the RC. We have more stainless steel links, the HD Wildboard drive shafts, and then more of these shocks. In the rear, we do have another Curry portal axle. Again, a very nice design. I can't wait to see how these perform out on the trails. Moving upwards, we have the nice roll cage. Has a lot of detail on it. And we also do get body panels. And no, we have not painted these body panels because we're going to do something different with them. However, what we're going to do different with them has not come in the mail yet, so we're going to show you guys that in a different video. And then up here, you have body clips that hold this front body panel on, and then you pop it open. You have a battery tray right there. This battery tray will not fit your normal 5,000 milliamp rock crawler batteries. You'll have to get a smaller battery pack, and we're going to show you guys which battery pack we're going to run in this RC car a little later. The stalls come with a very nice axial light bar, and then for the transmission, we have a transmission with a dig unit on it. However, we did not decide to put the dig unit in yet because the budget did not allow for that. So we're going to start with a basic 2-channel radio, and then we're going to move up to that 3-channel radio with dig a little later on. We're just going to test this out with full 4-wheel drive. Now, to keep this RC full-time 4-wheel drive, you will have to put a spacer in the transmission, but that's super easy to do. It tells you how to do that in the manual. The last thing that we have on this RC is the nice fuel tank in back, and this could be used to hold your receiver, some other electronics, whatever you want to put in there. It works great for it. However, it is not waterproof, so if you wish to make it waterproof, you will have to do that yourself. Now we're going to move on to showing you guys which electronics and also which tires we're going to run in this RC car. So the first thing that we're going to show you guys is the battery that we will be running. This is the Dynamite Reaction 4000 milliamp hour 2S LiPo battery. And this is a shorty pack battery. So it will fit perfectly in this small battery compartment that this Capra has. And it has an EC3 adapter on there. We're going to have to solder on a Dean's adapter because we like running Dean's in all our RCs. But this should be a great battery, and it will give us plenty of runtime, seeing it as it has 4,000 milliamp hours of runtime. Now for the ESC, this is the Hobbywing Quick Run Crawler Brush Electronic Speed Controller. And this is a super budget-friendly speed controller, and it has a ton of programmability. So this is the ESC right here. Just take it out of the box. This is the ESC right here. And we will have to solder a Dean's adapter on, of course, and then we're also going to have to solder these motor leads onto the motor. But this is a super basic ESC with lots of programmability, and it actually does come with a programming card, so that's super awesome. So the motor that we will be running is the Holmes Hobbies Crawlmaster Sport 540 16-turn motor, and this is a 5-slot motor, and it's brushed, and it's a seal can motor, and it's brand new from Holmes Hobbies, and I think it's only $15, so that's really good price, and it will definitely give us a lot of torque, especially with the gear ratio in this thing. This thing has a 30-to-1 gear ratio, so this motor will give us plenty of speed. Now we have the servo. This servo is the Animos 20 kg high torque digital servo. It has 280 inches of torque, and we run this in all of our other crawlers, most of our other crawlers, I should say. And this servo is only $17, so this will give us plenty of torque to start. We're definitely going to look to upgrade to something a little higher in the future, but this will be a great servo to start off with. So last but not least, we have the tires. And the tires that we're going to run are the Proline Flat Iron XL tires. These are the G8 compound tires, and these are super nice tires. They do have a super open and aggressive tread, so that for the terrain that we drive in, these will be really good. Most people are going with high racks for this RC, and for the terrain that we live in, we don't really have that many rocks around. So high racks wouldn't really benefit us that much. We think these will do a great job in the terrain that we live in. So that's all the electronics and the tires that we're going to run in this RC. We hope to get all of this stuff on soon so that we can show you guys what it looks like when it's all finished.